Hello, this is my lockdown musical theatre pub quiz. I was going to do it live, but then having done a couple of sort of live pub quizzes since the lockdown, which was only a week ago, it felt that actually it's quite nice to be able to organise it yourself, to be able to kind of get a group together or do it at your own pace or give it a share and sort of collate your answers. So I thought I'd record it all and then you can share it and do with it sort of as you want. So there will be 5 rounds. Each round will have a theme and each round will have 10 questions. And then if there is a draw in the group that you're playing with, then there'll be a tiebreaker question as well. So quite simply, obvious rules, no cheating. But other than that, just have some fun with it. If you use the comments below, then you can sort of tell me what you liked, what you didn't like, in case I do another one, because chances are I'll be bored enough to do it. And I like all of this musical theatre geekdom. So let me know what you want, any themes of sort of categories that you want or rounds, and I'll see what I can do. Otherwise, I hope you enjoy it, and hopefully we'll do another one. Okay, so on to round 1. Okay, so here's round 1. This is the composers round, particularly looking for the people who wrote the music for these shows. Not about the writers or anything, but this is particularly a composers round. If you only know the composer as part of a writing duo, that's fine as well, okay? But we're focusing on the composers. So, I know it'd be tempting to pause these as you go along, but let's try and keep up at a pace, and you can always go back and fill in the answers at the end. So, number 1. Who wrote the music for Jesus Christ Superstar? Number 1. Jesus Christ Superstar. Number 2. Who wrote the music for Funny Girl? That's number 2, Funny Girl. Number 3. Who wrote the music for The Bridges of Madison County? Number 3, The Bridges of Madison County. Number 4, My Fair Lady. It's number 4. Who wrote the music for My Fair Lady? Number 5, possibly my favourite show of all time. Number 5, who wrote the music for The Little Shop of Horrors? So that's number 5, The Little Shop of Horrors. Number 6, A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum. So number 6, who wrote the music for A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum? Number 7, South Pacific. That's number 7. Who wrote the music for South Pacific? And number 8, hope you're doing all right. This isn't too fast a speed for you. But number 8 is Hedwig and the Angry Inch. So number 8, who composed the music for Hedwig and the Angry Inch? Slightly more difficult one there for you. Number 9, In the Heights. Who wrote the music for In the Heights? Which we'll get in the movie of soon, which is exciting. And finally in this round, number 10, who wrote the music for Chicago? That's number 10, and that is Chicago. Okay. Hope you've done all right there. We're going to move on to round 2 in a mo, but I'll give you sort of a little bit of time, or you can pause it so that you can just fill in the answers that you need to, and we'll crack on with round 2. Okay, I hope that speed wasn't too fast for you. I'm obviously making this up as I go along, so I'm hopefully giving you enough time to answer. Would recommend kind of not pausing it, trying to sort of keep up with the speed to kind of test you a bit more. But if you want to pause it, you want to pause it. This is round 2. This is lyrics. Now, there's always a lyrics round in all these kind of musical theatre quizzes, so I thought I'd kind of come up with my own, with some lyrics that I think are quite recognisable. Again, there's a nice mix of quite harder ones and easier ones, I hope. So this is round 2. This is lyrics. And lyric number 1. What show are these lyrics from? In midnights, in cups of coffee. So that's number 1. The lyrics are, in midnights, in cups of coffee. What show is that from? Number 2. Ordered up is how the day will find me, everything in its place and time. So number 2's lyrics are, ordered up is how the day will find me, everything in its place and time. Number 3. I want to live forever. I want to learn how to fly. It's really hard not to sing these lyrics. It's taking great sort of restraint. So number 3 is, I want to live forever. I want to learn how to fly. Okay, number 4. So number 4 is, I don't have a sunny disposition. I am not known for being too amused. Okay, so number 4 was, I don't have a sunny disposition. I am not known for being too amused. Number 5. Memories all alone in the moonlight. That's number 5. Memories all alone in the moonlight. Number 6. Nighttime sharpens, heightens each sensation. Okay, what show is that from? Number 6. Nighttime sharpens, heightens each sensation. I know most of you will be singing this. Yeah. Number 7. Glad to do a friend a favour. Doesn't cost me to be nice. Okay, number 7. Glad to do a friend a favour. Doesn't cost me to be nice. It's really hard not to do accents in this as well. Number 8. Number 8 is, when I see depressing creatures with unprepossessing features. Sorry, that one's a mouthful. So, 8. When I see depressing creatures with unprepossessing features. Okay. Number 9. Number 9. We snuggle watching Lucy on our big, enormous 12-inch screen. That's number 9. We snuggle watching Lucy on our big, enormous 12-inch screen. And finally in our lyrics round, number 10. Number 10 is, he's a very smart prince. He's a prince who prepares. Number 10, he's a very smart prince. He's a prince who prepares. Okay, so there are your 10 questions for round 2, and that's our lyrics round. Simply what show are they all from? Okay, have a look back over, fill in any missing ones, and then we're on to round 3. Okay, welcome to round 3. Now this is a slightly harder round, I think. This is a Tony Awards round. Okay, so for those of you who obviously know, which I would imagine most of you do if you're doing this quiz, Tony Awards are the big Oscars of the Broadway world. Okay, so I'm going to give you 10 questions. I'm going to give you 10 shows, and I want you to tell me who won the leading role Tony for these shows. Now, there is one or two in there that had multiple leading wins. I'll accept any answer. Okay, but who won the best leading actor/actress Tony in the following shows? Okay, and this is from the original Broadway productions. Okay, the original Broadway productions of these shows. Who won the best leading Tony? Okay, so show number 1 is Hairspray. Okay, number 1, Hairspray. Okay, number 2, slightly older one for you, The Boy from Oz. Number 2, who won the Tony for The Boy from Oz? Number 3, Wicked. Who won the best leading Tony for Wicked? Number 4 is Hamilton. So number 4, Hamilton. Number 5, Hedwig and the Angry Inch. Some of these shows are coming up multiple times. You can tell which shows I love. So who won the Tony for the original Broadway production of Hedwig and the Angry Inch? Number 6, Sunset Boulevard. Number 6, again, really hard not to sing this, but Sunset Boulevard. Number 7, remember these are original Broadway productions. Number 7, How to Succeed in Business Without Even Trying. Slightly harder one there. How to Succeed in Business Without Even Trying. Number 8, Beautiful. I've seen her live and oh my god, she's so good. Who won it for Beautiful, the Carole King story? Okay. Number 9, Dear Evan Hansen. Number 9, Dear Evan Hansen. And finally, in our Tony round, number 10, The Producers. Number 10, who won the Tony for the best leading performance in The Producers? Okay, slightly harder round there, but I enjoyed that one. So go back, see if you can fill out other ones you missed. Otherwise, see you in round 4. Okay, if you're still with us, well done. We're on round 4 now, okay? And this is going to be rule of threes. So quite simply, I will give you 3 character names from this show. You just have to tell me what musical these characters are all from. Again, I hope it's a nice mix. So here we go. Number 1. What show are these characters from? Okay, number 1, Maria, Tony, Anita. That's number 1, Maria, Tony, and Anita. Number 2, Eva, Juan, Shay. That's number 2. What show are these characters from? Eva, Juan, and Shay. Number 3, Curly, Judd, Laurie. Number 3, that is, Curly, Judd, and Laurie. Okay. Number 4, Penny, Link, and Tracy. What show are those characters from? Tracy, Penny, Link. Number 5, Donna, Sophie, and Sky. That's number 5, Donna, Sophie, and Sky. Okay, number 6. What show are these characters from? Bruce, Lavender, and Miss Honey. Bruce, Lavender, and Miss Honey. Number 7. Okay, number 7. Is that right? 7. Should I number these? Number 7 is Brad, Frank, and Janet. Brad, Frank, and Janet. Okay. Number 8, Mimi, Roger, and Angel. So number 8, Mimi, Roger, and Angel. Hope you get along all right with these. This is number 9. What show are these characters from? Number 9, Brittany, Meat, and Scaramouche. Number 9, Brittany, Meat, and Scaramouche. And finally, number 10 in our Rule of Threes round, we have these characters. What show are they from? Michael, Jane, and Bert. Michael, Jane, and Bert. Okay, hopefully that was straightforward enough for you. Okay, and we're on to our final round number 5. Okay, welcome to round 5. This is the last round. So, round 5 is a Divas round. Now, I'm going to give you 10 characters, and I will tell you what shows they are from, and I want you to tell me which diva originated that role on stage. But there is one diva who, although didn't originate the role on stage, made the role famous on film. You'll know when we get there which one it is, but I couldn't leave her off a divas list. So it's a bit of a cheat, that one. But the rest of them, what divas originated these roles on stage? Okay, so number 1, which diva originated the role of Fanny Bryce from Funny Girl? Okay, so Fanny Bryce in Funny Girl. Okay. Number 2, which diva originated this role? Grisabella from Cats. Who originated Grisabella from Cats? Okay. Number 3. So on stage, who originated the role of Dolly Levi in Hello, Dolly? Okay. Number 3 is Dolly Levi in Hello, Dolly. Some of these will be harder than others, I know. Number 4, who originated the witch in Into the Woods? It's number 4, the witch in Into the Woods. Number 5. My slight cheat. Number 5. Who made famous the role of Sally Bowles in Cabaret? Who made famous the role of Sally Bowles in Cabaret? If you know this one, you'll know why I couldn't leave her off the list. So, number 6. Who originated the role of Mrs. Lovett in Sweeney Todd? The original Mrs. Lovett in Sweeney Todd. That's number 6. Number 7. Annie Oakley in Annie Get Your Gun. Really hard not to do an impression at this point, but who originated Annie Oakley in Annie Get Your Gun? That's number 7. Number 8. Fantine, Les Miserables. Who originated the West End role of Fantine in Les Miserables? That's number 8. Number 9. Which great diva originated the role of Joanne in Company? Maybe a slightly harder one for some people, I don't know. But who originated the role of Joanne in Company? That was number 9. And the very last official question of this lockdown musical theatre pub quiz, number 10. Who originated the role of Velma Kelly in Chicago? It's number 10, Velma Kelly in Chicago. Okay, that is round number 5 and the quiz done. So take a bit of a break, get a drink, whatever you want to do, and then we will go through the answers. See you then. Okay, so how do you think you've done? Here is round 1 answers. So these were all the shows that I gave you, and I wanted to know who the composers were. Specifically the composers, but like I said, if you knew the duo, or you knew them as a duo and you didn't know who was who, then I will give you the point for this round, okay? But ideally, the biggest points go to those who know who the composer was, okay? So the first one, round 1, number 1 is Jesus Christ Superstar, because of course the music was written by So Andrew Lloyd Webber. Okay, so number 1, Jesus Christ Superstar, was Andrew Lloyd Webber. Number 2, Funny Girl. Okay, so who wrote the music for Funny Girl? It was, of course, Judy Stein. Okay, so Funny Girl was written by good old Jude Stein. Number 3, saw this last year, it must have been, was it? The Jenna Russell, amazing show. The Bridges of Madison County was written by the amazing Jason Robert Brown. Okay, so The Bridges of Madison County was written by, or music was written by Jason Robert Brown. Slightly more old school one for you here. It was My Fair Lady. See who knew the actual composer for My Fair Lady. Now, we know it written by Lerner and Lowe. You can have a point if you said Lerner and Lowe. But well done if you said that it was Frederick Lowe. Fred Lowe wrote the music in that partnership. So really well done if you said Fred Lowe, but I'll let you have the point if you said Lerner and Lowe. Okay. Little Shop of Horrors. We got 5. Little Shop of Horrors. Really should have numbered these next time. Little Shop of Horrors, number 5, was written by the great Alan Menken. Okay, so the music of Little Shop of Horrors was by Alan Menken. Number 6. Another old one. I try to throw some of you more maybe younger people off with this one, but who wrote the music for A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum? It is our Lord, Mr. Stephen Sondheim, wrote the music for A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum. That was number 6. Number 7, South Pacific. A lot of you will know that South Pacific was written by Rodgers and Hammerstein, but the music was, of course, by Richard Rodgers. So well done if you said Richard Rodgers, but again, you can have the point if you said Rodgers and Hammerstein. Okay, number 8, Hedwig and the Angry Inch, another one of my favourite shows. Famously written and performed by John Cameron Mitchell, but the music was composed by Stephen Trask. I know, some of you will get that, well done. Hedwig and the Angry Inch, his music was by Stephen Trask. Number 9, In the Heights. Really looking forward to this movie. Again, amazing composer, modern composer. In the Heights is written by Lin-Manuel Miranda. Okay, so In the Heights, number 9, was written by Lin-Manuel Miranda. And number 10, the last one in this composer's round, who wrote Chicago? Again, most of you will know it's written by Kander and Ebb. But a huge well done to those of you who said John Kander. John Kander is the composer of Chicago. Fred Ebb wrote the book and the lyrics. But you can have the point if you said Kander and Ebb. Well done. Okay, there you go. How many did you have? Tally that up. We'll move on to round 2. How did you do in round 1? Okay, this is round 2. This is our lyrics round, so I'll tell you the lyrics and then I'll tell you what show it's from. And again, I will try really hard not to sing them. So, In Midnights in Cups of Coffee, number 1 is from Rent. Okay, so Midnights in Cups of Coffee, number 1 is from Rent. Number 2, Ordered Up is How the Day Will Find Me, Everything in Its Place and Time, is from Waitress. Okay, so number 2 there is from Waitress. Number 3, I Want to Live Forever, I Want to Learn How to Fly. You all know this, I'm sure. This is from Fame. Okay, so number 3 is from Fame. Number 4, I Don't Have a Sunny Disposition, I Am Not Known for Being Too Amused, sung by Wednesday Addams, from the Addams Family. So number 4 is from the Addams Family. Number 5, big clue in this one, gave you the title, Memories All Alone in the Moonlight. Number 5, of course, is from Cats. So number 5 is from Cats. Number 6, Nighttime sharpens, heightens each sensation. Number 6 from Phantom of the Opera. So Phantom of the Opera there, number 6. Number 7. Number 7. Glad to do a friend a favour, doesn't cost me to be nice. Really hard again not to do the accent on that. But it is from Les Miserables. So, well done. Number 6, Les Miserables. Number 7. When I see depressing creatures with unprepossessing features. I know this was slightly harder, but I don't know, maybe you all got it. Okay, well, that is from the song popular in Wicked. Okay. That is number 8, Wicked. Number 9. We snuggle watching Lucy on our big, enormous 12-inch screen. Little Shop of Horrors, of course. Number 9 was from Somewhere That's Green in Little Shop of Horrors. And finally, number 10 of this lyrics round. He's a very smart prince. He's a prince who prepares. I'm sure you're all shouting at me right now. It is, of course, Into the Woods. So there you go. Round 2. Tally it up. I'll see you in round 3. Okay, here are the answers for round 3. This was our Tony Award winners round. I think this is a slightly harder round, so well done if you felt more confident here. So I was looking for the best leading Tony for each of these shows. Now, the first one, number 1, is Hairspray. Now, there are 2 possible answers you could have for playing Tracy. Marissa Jeanette Winoka, I think I'm pronouncing that right, don't know. Or for playing Edna, of course, you know, Harvey Fierstein. So, number 1, you can have either Harvey Fierstein or Marissa Janet Winoka. Number 2, now if you don't know this show, you will know who won it. It was, of course, Mr. Hugh Jackman. Yes, that's right. Wolverine won the Tony for The Boy from Oz. Hugh Jackman for number 2. Number 3 was Wicked. Okay, so number 3 for Wicked, it was Idina Menzel. Number 4, okay, this was for Hamilton. Well done if you got this. For Hamilton, the best leading Tony went to Leslie Odom Jr. Number 5 for Hedwig and the Angry Inch, which was actually a long time after it premiered off-Broadway, it came to Broadway, and the winner of that Tony was Neil Patrick Harris. So number 5 is Neil Patrick Harris. Number 6, so for Sunset Boulevard, the Tony went to Glenn Close. Okay, that Tony went to Glenn Close. Well, apparently he's coming back to make it the movie version of it, which would be amazing. Next, this is a really hard one. Okay, I think this is a really hard one, but got to throw in some harder ones, right, to spice it up. So, number 7, the original Broadway production, remember, who won for How to Succeed in Business Without Even Trying. Now, I know that Matthew Broderick won, and it was a big win for him in a revival production, which might have thrown some of you off, but the original Broadway production was won by Robert Morse, who also played the lead in the film version. So I threw it in there, because some of you might know, because he was in the film as well, but it was Robert Morse. Well done if you got that. Number 8 was Beautiful, the Carole King story, and it was Jessie Muller. So Beautiful, that was number 8, Jessie Muller. Number 9, Dear Evan Hansen. That was, of course, Ben Platt. Okay, so Dear Evan Hansen, number 9. The Tony went to Ben Platt. And number 10, in this round of Tony winners, who won the best leading performance? Tony for The Producers. And that was Nathan Lane. Okay, so number 10 answer is Nathan Lane. Well done, people. That was a tough round. Let's go on to round number 4. We're on to round 4. So this was our rule of threes round. So I gave you 3 character names and you told me what show they were from. So number 1, Maria, Tony and Anita from West Side Story. It's number 1, West Side Story. Number 2, Eva, Juan and Shay are all from Evita. So number 2, Evita. Number 3, Curly, Judd and Laurie are all from Oklahoma. Okay, so number 3 is Oklahoma. Number 4, Tracy, Penny and Link, all from Hairspray. Okay, number 4, Hairspray. Number 5, Donna, Sophie and Sky are all from Mamma Mia. Number 5, Mamma Mia. Number 6, Bruce, Lavender and Miss Honey are all from Matilda. Okay, 6, Matilda. 7, where are we? Brad, Frank and Janet from the Rocky Horror Show. Okay, number 7, the Rocky Horror Show. 8, Mimi, Roger and Angel are all from Rent. So number 8 is Rent. Number 9, Brittany, Meat and Scaramouche are all from We Will Rock You. So number 9 is We Will Rock You. And number 10, Michael, Jane and Bert from Mary Poppins. Number 10, As I Live and Breathe, Mary Poppins. Great. See you at the answers for round 5. And here we are, answers for the last round, round 5, our Divas Round. Now, like I said, there was one sort of sneaky one in here, but I'm sure you all got it. But here are our shows, our characters, and I want to know what divas originated the roles on stage, apart from my little sneaky one, which was a role that was made famous by rather than originated by. I know you know which role that is. So, number 1, first of all, was Fanny Bryce. And Funny Girl, that was Barbara Streisand. So number 1, Barbara Streisand. Number 2, Grisabella in Cats. That was Elaine Page. So number 2, Elaine Page. 3, Dolly Levi in Hello Dolly. It was Carol Channing. Yeah, number 3, the amazing Carol Channing. Number 4, The Witch in Into the Woods was originated by Bernadette Peters. This number 4 was Bernie Peters. Number 5 was the sneaky one, famously Sally Bowles in the film version of Cabaret was of course Liza Minnelli. I mean, I couldn't keep her off a diva list. All right, so I had to sneak that one in. Number 5 is Liza Minnelli. Number 6, Mrs. Lovett in Sweeney Todd was Angela Lansbury. So number 6, Angela Lansbury. Number 7, Annie Oakley in Annie Get Your Gun was made famous and originated by Ethel Merman. Yeah, so number 7 is Ethel Merman. Again, really hard not to do the voice with that one. Number 8, Fontaine. West End production of Les Miserables was Patti LuPone. Okay, so number 9, Patti LuPone. No, sorry, number 8, Patti LuPone, my mistake. Number 8, Fontaine is Patti LuPone. Number 9, Joanne from Company, who was recently played by Patti LuPone, probably while I was confused. So, number 9, Joanne from Company, originated by, written for, Elaine Stritch. Okay, so number 9 is Elaine Stritch. And number 10, Velma Kelly in Chicago, was originated by the incredible Cheetah Rivera. So number 10, the last answer, is Cheetah Rivera. Okay, so, well done. Got through them all. Tally them all up. And then, if you need to, next there will be a tiebreaker question, which you can have a go at anyway if you want, it's for fun. But next up will be a tiebreaker question. Okay, so here is the tiebreaker. Okay, you can do this for fun, or if you need to, this is the dramatic point. Okay, the tiebreaker is: The Lion King is the highest grossing musical of all time. As of 2019, how much has it made in dollars? Okay, so it's the highest grossing musical of all time. As of 2019, how much has it made in dollars? The nearest wins. So you can pause it now if you want to decide, or make your answers, and I'm going to tell you in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The answer is The Lion King has grossed a whopping $8.2-ish billion. $8.2 billion. Whoever is the nearest to that wins. Or if you're just doing it for fun, well done. Okay, thank you everyone for watching. Again, make comments below what you like, what you didn't like. I'm probably going to do another one of these because I enjoy putting it together. So do let me know. Also, put your answers down the bottom if you want, or your team names, whatever you wish. Share it around. We all need a bit of, distraction from what's going on at the minute. I hope you're all keeping well. And I guess I will see you next time.
We're glad you came, but we have to shout. Adios, au revoir, we don't say goodbye.
Get lost!
Get out! It's over.